All right, battle buddies. I know it's late in the day, but one of my buddies swung by today. He happened to be in Minneapolis, right down the street at the VA. So me, Mr. Seal Bob, as I'll call him, went and grabbed some lunch at Fat Lorenzo's. He even bought. That's the best type of lunch ever. Anyway, negotiation, right? I guess I negotiated Bob buying me lunch today. I somehow tricked him into that and didn't even realize it. I made him pay. But anyways, he invited me, so we just went old school rules. That being said, all right, you crushed the resume. You crushed the interview. We didn't get to follow up in this video recently, but I've done some in the past. And now, you're like, woohoo! Guess what? I got an offer letter. Had this happen yesterday afternoon about this time. Still waiting for an update. Great news, right? Dude got a premier job. Great company. It's exactly where he's wanting to land. Been through a rough patch. Even had to sell his 2A stuff, right? As vets, that hurts us. Those are the guys that I really feel like I got to step up and help. So, anyways, he gets this offer, far better than he's ever had happen in the state that he's now living in, and he's happy. And not that money, makes you happy, but it can help you enjoy activities that make you happy. So, I tell all the guys that come into Battle Buddies, hey, you know what? If you're working, 40, 50, 60 hours a week, you got a paycheck, you can bring your kid to Dairy Queen, that's real popular here, or Chick-fil-A everywhere else in the South and shit, and that makes you happy because it makes your kids happy, and you see them chowing down on a #1 original. I mean, economic freedom, right? It helps. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. All right, offer letter comes in. You're desperate. You're hungry. You're starving. You got rib cage showing out and stuff, right? Looks like you've been in an internment camp for the last 25, 30 years. You're that hungry. Handful of rice. Better than no rice, right? Job offer better than no job offer, right? No, wrong! Wrong. If you, and now granted, I'm probably going to catch some hell. Not all things are created equal, all right? Tony Rush wishes he had these guns. Not equal. It's genetics. Don't know what to say. Rush, sorry, bro. Anyway, we'll settle that next year this time. Getting back to negotiating. Unless it's a union job, okay? Union, you might be able to negotiate an F-250 that's a 17 versus an 18 or whatever, get a gas versus a diesel or vice versa. There are these weird things out there in the union that they can do. They could buy a newer, nicer tools, those types of things, and those are great. But for the most part, union salaries, for the most part, are not negotiable unless you're a balla and you're in the NBA or football and the #1 draft is 10 million, the #3 draft is 5, you get to negotiate the gap, right? But it's not 7.5 necessarily. So there's exceptions. To the rest of us working men out there, always ask if there's any more meat left on the bone, okay? You can't go wrong at a minimum just starting off a conversation by asking. Yesterday, I put up a post. I saw some fantastic things on there on how to negotiate. One guy put on there that he just went, uh-huh. And the HR lady responded with, well, we can probably do better. That's amazing. My ex-wife used to go, uh-huh, like that, and I would feel guilty and shit, right? Same thing, guys. So it doesn't matter how you you negotiate, always ask. So if you negotiate though, and you know that there's that bell curve we talked about on a previous video, if you know where you're at on that spectrum, if you're high or low, you need to be able to support why you deserve more than the guy that's to the left of you on the curve, right? You got better customer service. You got better leadership skills because you've got experience, right? Actually doing it. You're more than just a fresh college grad. You're a veteran who's got 8 years of leadership. Whatever it happens to be, you've got supply chain management. You're responsible for this logistics operation with zero loss. Those are difficult things for average Joe on the street to have as an experience that's quantifiable, that they can verify, okay? So outside of just asking, back it up. Make the case. You should write down, and most of you guys got these books. Just write down all of these things that make you special. Not the stuff that mama said you're special. It's a different kind of special. Three pages there that make you special. Be able to support your request. Okay? You can't get away with like that. But if you go well, right now I'm actually talking to 3 other companies, midstream with a couple of them, and their ranges that they told me on the front end were higher than what you're saying here. So I'm gonna have to slow this roll down just a little bit. It's a good one. It should be true, okay? Or I'm just getting started, or my budget that I discovered, my range that I discovered should support this because of my experience. Boom, 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 boom. And you're telling me that I'm 10% below what the average is when I'm a 10% above average kind of guy. You have to be able to quantify your reason. You can't just say, you're not a toddler that's being irrational at the grocery store asking for a sucker and screaming because you want one. This isn't how that works. So be able to support the why. Okay? So put some comments below. There's things like P&Ls that have to be budgeted for, and some employers are straight up and they're like, dude, we'll bring you on for $33.25 an hour. That's all that's in the budget. Hopefully you can live with that, right? And that usually means right now you're getting paid $35 an hour, but we've got some offsetting stuff like I'm a badass boss. You're going to love working for me. And we do barbecues on Friday and we pay you for them, right? So you have to look at the entire picture. So you can negotiate salaries, start dates, vacation days. There's all kinds of stuff. Just look up stuff on the internet, guys, and you'll find the types of things that you can negotiate. And it's better to ask and be told no than to not ask at all and wonder if, right? Because you don't want to be going through this stuff again in the next, 60 days or 6 months or 6 years. If you find an awesome place to work, that's the goal. So I hope you find this useful. Write some comments below. And thank you for joining us. Thanks for bringing more vets in here. Let's keep doing what we're doing. And the feedback that's happening on Facebook, guys, is getting better and better as time goes on. So we really appreciate that. We're pushing 140,000, 150,000 comments and stuff per month now in 30 days. It's pretty spectacular what this community's become. So we appreciate it. Have a great day.